Hey, Guffs. Before we get started, I just want to give you the opportunity to help the show keep going by following the donate link in the show and episode descriptions. When you do that, magically, we receive money for the show. Don't worry about where it's coming from. So, if you've enjoyed all this free content, you can continue to enjoy the same exact free content, but at a monthly price. So remember to follow the show, and if you like what you hear, go ahead and keep listening, and if you don't, hit automatic download in your podcast platform to help us with those numbers. Thanks. Welcome back to this week's episode of Searching for MacGuffin with your hosts, George,
Dan,
and Link.
And this week's episode is an interesting one.
Why is that?
I was actually just going to ask you why. You cut me off.
I did, because I didn't know how to explain it.
Oh, okay. So, well, they wouldn't have noticed because we've done some kind of clever editing recently, but we've lost one of our hosts. You may remember 2 weeks ago, for those listeners who follow the show
or
weekly,
viewers
or
the viewers that watch weekly,
for the dozens of you, our host Gabe got COVID, and he called in that first week, and it was quite a ordeal. His journey there. You have any details regarding that? Anybody want to jump in?
So Gabriel got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting because he found out he got COVID on Christmas Day, right?
Yeah.
We were together, we were eating.
Yeah. And if anybody was worried, he basically just had a sore throat and then was like, oh, let me go get tested just in case. Came back negative, recovered fully.
Yeah, because he's Gabriel.
Yeah. Just great genetics.
Yeah, Wolverine-like.
An excellent
X Factor.
workout routine and 2 bottles of Celsius
pinnacle
energy drink.
of male health.
Yeah. So, he was fully recovered 3 whole days, and then he popped positive after recovering.
Yeah, on Christmas Day.
Yeah, on Christmas Day. And actually, he walked in here into my home on Christmas Day, because we had pretty much canceled Christmas. You guys know what it's been like.
COVID ruined Christmas again.
Yeah, I can't believe it. So basically canceled Christmas, and just invited just a few of my close family who weren't with other pockets of my family, and Gabriel was among them. But before he entered the home, we had him take a rapid test just as double checking. He had already tested negative, and then he came back positive at my door and had to turn around and just go back home on Christmas night.
It was sad.
Yeah, it was that. The food was good though.
The food was good.
Yeah,
I don't think he was able to eat food.
Yeah, I think he took with him.
He took. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Yeah, but it was good for me. I mean, I ate.
So he got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And on Saturday, right? He was positive on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and the following the following Friday he had plans to go on a cruise with some friends.
Yeah.
Right? But in order to go on the cruise, you need to be negative. You need to have a negative result.
Mm-hmm. The day before.
Yeah. So Gabriel was pretty much testing
every day.
Yeah,
and he could just positive
on Sunday,
positive.
positive on Monday, positive on Tuesday.
And mind you, the lines are super
long here in Miami.
And it's super hard to get a rapid test.
Yeah. Positive on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Those were the 2 he had scheduled. So he had his scheduled for Thursday and then just a backup on Wednesday just in case.
Smart of him, yeah.
Yeah.
And then positive on Wednesday. Thursday, positive. He's feeling well now. He has no symptoms.
For over a week.
Over a week, yeah.
It's been 10 days since he had symptoms. Some of the symptoms were Monday the week before.
So he's been in his room the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I saw his mom afterwards, and she told me, "Oh yeah, man! When he finally opened the door, he was so pale."
Why?
Right. Just from
a week worth of staying. But I guess that's what
B vitamins.
Yeah, the lack of vitamin D, the lack of
D. That's what I said.
The lack of
D vitamins.
That Miami sun makes you
in a week.
In a week turns you white. Apparently, vampire is.
Maybe that's why Danny's been white the whole time.
Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah, I don't think you left your room like during the pandemic initially.
I haven't left my room ever.
So then Friday comes, right?
Mhm.
Is the day he leaves on his cruise.
Mhm.
Now, Gabriel was smart because he ends up driving to the port.
Yeah, you know what? That was
I
an
wouldn't have
active
done-
trade.
Drove to the port.
you don't know
I
didn't
wouldn't have done that. I would have like
done
just stayed home and just waited
Mhm.
and then tried to speed my way to the
that.
port.
I would have given up.
Yeah, right.
I would have
would've
called
would've
it.
given
I
it.
would have been like,
But see, but Gabriel's not a quitter.
Yeah,
that's why he holds the
Resilient.
show together.
Yeah.
yeah. And for those of you that don't know, now when you go on a cruise ship, you have a designated time, so it's not like you could just be able to show up whenever before your cruise takes off. But it's like you have like a 9 o'clock appointment or an 11 o'clock appointment. They stagger you getting on the boat. So like his appointment time was up, and he packed up, got in his car, and just
What?
waited in the like
Nah, man.
port parking.
I would have called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resilient.
Yeah. Not even okay. Go ahead.
So he's there waiting. No, he went to Walgreens multiple times to get tested.
Mhm.
Nothing. So he gets a bright idea of calling Mr. Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
His personal number, Mr. Walgreens.
The president of Walgreens. His name is Mr.
Yeah,
Walgreens.
the inventor.
Okay, he just calls us local Walgreens.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up. I was like, who did he?
And he asked him, hey, he told him the situation, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm here at the port. I kind of need to go on this cruise. I paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for the
and
results.
I'm waiting for my results.
He
He
Why are
called for this?
Yeah,
Why are
he
you guys...
called the pharmacy directly because his Wednesday results were positive, and they still hadn't processed his Thursday results, which was the day before.
What a man.
Yeah, for real.
So then there, in the port, they tell him, oh, you're negative.
Uh-huh.
So he's able to go on his phone, get his email, and run to the cruise, and he's having a blast.
Nah, no way, bro.
Yeah.
I would have called.
Yeah,
what?
I would
The
have
anxiety I would have
already
felt.
canceled. The
Yeah,
cruise
I
line
would,
got a
I would
credit.
get my money back.
I would
I'd
have
be doing
canceled the
something else.
Saturday I got COVID. I was positive.
Honestly,
I'm not going
same.
on this cruise anymore. Mentally, I'm checked out.
Yeah.
That's a hero.
But Gabriel's resilient. That's why he has that tattoo on the back of his neck that says resilient.
I don't think he has that. I don't think that's a tattoo. Though,
Oh.
I guess. Yeah.
Oh, it's...
You think about somebody else.
Oh, you're right. It's a birthmark that says resilient.
That must be
I
what
could
it
see
is.
that.
But that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
A podcast without Gabe.
Right. So last week, if you were listening, you didn't miss out on Gabe either because we had actually taped that episode ahead of time. A little peek behind the curtain. But he's been gone he's been out of commission for about 2 weeks.
2
now.
weeks, right?
So we're out of episodes.
With Gabe.
Yeah. And then the other idea was the holiday season, a lot of people come back home. People who either teach somewhere or are going to school or work outside, they come back home for the holidays. So we had like all these plans of what we were going to do, have guests on the show,
Yeah.
and do a couple of special things that we're still...
Guess how many?
We were going to get...
Guess how many happened?
Our PR team got Quentin Tarantino to be on the show.
Yeah, it was actually going to be a table read with Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez. That's it. That's all we had.
That's
That's
pretty-
enough.
yeah,
Come on.
that's it, right?
It
That's
was
pretty-
us.
It's not stacked enough.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. We need
Yeah,
more.
I mean,
We
we
were-
don't have that many connections.
We were
right?
going to do a table read of Inglorious Bastards.
The
But-
entire cast.
Yeah.
But because
Full
of
cast.
COVID, Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino couldn't make it.
Full disclosure, this is a joke, and we're not claiming that they were going to be here. Okay, please don't sue us, Quentin and Robert.
We like you guys.
Okay.
I hope that helps. We're big fans. I like Spy Kids.
All right. So we ended up putting our producer's like on the floor laughing right now.
Oh man.
It was
He's
just-
literally ROF. Rolling on
No.
the ROTFL. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Isn't it
Ro-
rough? Isn't
it's
it
just
just
rolling
R-
on the floor
Oh,
laughing.
yeah.
What? There is no the there?
No, I mean
They skipped the T.
I think you just don't put it in the acronym because the word
Yeah.
the. You can skip the and a. You know.
Rolling on floor laughing.
Yes. Okay. So we were thinking, what are some topics that we can talk about?
Without Gabriel.
Yeah, without Gabriel, because we came up with a bunch of topics that we wanted to, but then for all of them, we're like, oh, Gabriel would be great for this conversation, which is a good reason why we chose him to be a host on the show.
We wanted to do like a Cobra Kai episode,
Yeah.
but we need Gabriel
That's right.
because apparently Gabriel's the only person that likes Cobra Kai.
Okay, we'll get to that.
So we need someone to defend
Are we gonna
Cobra
get to
Kai.
that?
I mean, I think we're gonna do a Cobra Kai episode.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant today.
Yeah, no, not today.
I was like, what?
It was like when you said, "Oh, you have time" earlier.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It doesn't mean this very moment.
Spoiler alert, I do not like Cobra Kai.
It knows what it is, man.
I feel
But
like-
that's enough.
I feel like it was implied already. You didn't have to
Yeah.
specifically.
Just wanted to make
Also,
sure.
that's not a spoiler.
Yeah. Why is that a spoiler?
Because when we have this episode, I'm
Oh, it's a spoiler
For
for
our
our show.
Yeah,
Because I was like, that doesn't.
not for
spoil
you guys. I
Cobra
tell you
Kai.
guys.
No,
I'm
but-
I'm currently watching season 4, and I'm out after every episode. I tell you, I text you guys. I can't with this show.
Yeah.
This show's stupid.
Okay, but that's also not what this episode is about.
But it's not. It's about something better.
Okay. Well, before we get to the title and subject of today's episode, I'm actually scrolling through my texts to see. We had a brainstorming session.
We did.
Yeah, where our producer was.
You mean I had a brainstorming and no one responded
Yeah.
to me for 4 hours?
Well, they're gonna see why nobody responded to you.
I was trying.
Yeah, no, and we appreciate it. I can't find
It
it.
doesn't sound like you appreciate it.
Okay, maybe if for comedic purposes, I have to pretend like I don't appreciate it, because now it won't land.
Nah, you didn't appreciate it.
I don't know. where
It
the-
wasn't that long ago. Now you have to
Because
find
you
it.
guys,
I'm just seeing a
you
whole
guys
co-
text so much.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a whole conversation about like how the computer doesn't have enough RAM now, and okay.
Oh,
maybe-
also,
I remember
there's a
some-
new logo.
Oh, that's right. We have a new logo.
Oh
out.
yeah, new year, new logo,
yeah.
New year, new us, baby.
Yeah,
baby.
that's right. I have no idea what this conversation is. I don't know why I thought it was like a running list of topics.
No, it was all in one chunk.
Okay, keep the conversation going while I look for this.
I do remember one of them being Pixar.
I did want to talk
I thought
about
that
but
was-
Gabe would have been great for that.
Mhm. Yeah,
would've
because
been-
he recently just like binged.
Yeah,
it.
'cause
We
Very
recently
familiar.
found out about Pixar.
yeah, he
he
did.
didn't know about
He
it.
never heard about
He was
it.
like, "Have you guys heard about this movie Toy Story?"
Then I had to tell him that the director was a pervert.
What?
That's a conversation for another time.
So yeah, I'm sorry. Spoiled. That just ruined.
You just ruined it for me. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh well. I guess we could talk about that later.
What other things did you talk about?
I said.
You said logos. I'm not sure if you meant Legos.
I said Legos.
No, he said Legos.
I
He didn't
put
say
Legos.
Legos.
I didn't
Oh.
say.
You
Legos.
misread that.
Oh,
Did not say.
That was a joke.
I do like the idea.
No, I
of
don't think
talking
it was a
about-
joke.
That's
No,
a good idea.
okay,
You
well-
said it was a joke. If we said yeah, you would do that.
I
No,
would
what
do
we-
it.
Yeah.
What we record ourselves building Legos.
That sounds sick.
That's an episode.
But I would have transitioned and said we just talk about toys
Mhm.
because the LJN conversation got
Oh,
me
yeah.
thinking about toys.
That's true. But I feel like
And
we
then
should,
the show, the toys that made us.
I feel like we should finish watching the toys
Yeah,
that made us.
and I was gonna
then-
binge it, but Daredevil season 3.
Yeah, well, there. Oh, so Daniel just. Okay, before we continue, should we just tell them what this week's episode is about?
Why do you call him Daniel?
I don't know.
That was strange.
Yeah, what are you, his mom?
I apologize.
Take that back.
Yeah, you're not lady. You can't call him Daniel.
My dog didn't talk.
That you know of.
That's a shame.
Haven't you seen that movie, The Secret Life of Pets? I know I haven't.
Oh, they do talk.
With another pervert, Louis C.K.
You're right.
Why do you? If you need to know if there's a pervert involved with a film project,
Ask Link.
yeah,
Ask
Link.
Link. I have-
He's got the deeds.
I have a Wikipedia knowledge of all the perverts in Hollywood.
That's
Okay.
just strange.
Well, he wants to be protected when he's out on the streets of
Of
Hollywood
LA.
Hollywood, yeah.
doing a podcast where he just grabs random celebrities who happen to be walking by.
John Hamm. Oh, wow.
But today's episode,
Go ahead.
I mean, I thought you were
Are
going
you
to...
still scrolling through?
Yeah,
I can't
just give up on,
find
just
it.
give up on that. Just give up. Go tell him what the name
Dude,
is.
you
Alright.
could have just searched Lego and it would have brought
You know
up
what?
the
That
message.
that's
Come
really
on.
good. All right. You know what? The search function on text, I'm still getting used to it.
That's why I'm the one on the computer.
Okay. I got a conversation. I think the next Lego will be an AT-AT or a Slave One. I don't know the.
I do like AT-ATs.
Okay, here we go.
When did Legos get so expensive, man?
Well, when they got way too complex and like a lot of licensing money. I think
Oh,
that's what it
that's
is.
fair.
Yeah.
So sad.
Okay, but Too Complex does not exist. They're
No.
they're adult puzzles now.
Yeah, no, but well, I don't mean like too complex. Like I didn't mean it like as in like too complex, like too hard for me or whatever. I just mean like the Death Star's like a
Well,
huge.
it's 18 plus. I would hope it's not too hard.
Well, the Death Star's like a huge like set. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of pieces. So
That's
like,
true.
the price keeps going up and up. Okay, so before Link introduces this week's episode, this was the message that Daniel sent. He went late. Okay, he said, we can go through some Reddit threads.
I thought that was a fine idea. There's
get-
good threads
Okay.
that we could have we could read and then
Uh-huh.
react to, but
Okay, that sounds like a good idea for. But I would like Gabriel to be here.
that all my topics. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Lego. I think only Daniel wants to talk about that.
No, I like that.
His mother
He
told me to
likes
call him
that.
that. Oh, you do? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it. When I was growing up, Lego was only like I had this castle. That's it. That's the only Lego I had growing up.
Oh, you had like the really like non.
Like a medieval. Yeah. Well, I don't, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that they had licensed stuff when I was growing up. It wasn't the
They
Super Smash
had-
Brother
They
world.
had a handful. Like they
Right,
had,
but
like,
that wasn't a thing like where everything had a Lego set.
And even
you know?
because I think they had the old Spider-Man set, but it was like the director's set. Like it wasn't Spider-Man.
Mhm. Well, what year was that though?
2000.
I was.
Okay, I'm already graduating high school, guys. I'm significantly older than you.
That's
Do you not
true.
buy
Well, I'm talking about 1995 would be like
That's
the prime
true.
Lego year
Do you
for
not
me.
buy Legos now?
That's
I don't
yeah.
buy Legos now, even though I have that Lego City stand in the background right there. But I put Amiibo
I
on
would
it.
think you're a
wanna
huge
let you know
Lego
that-
fan.
Okay.
Okay, they had that.
As
in-
an adult, I'm disappointed that you don't use your adult money to buy Legos.
I apologize.
I agree.
That's what being an adult's all about.
I buy Legos for my niece, and I help her.
I do that too, but I should build them for her.
Okay, no, we build a Minecraft.
Yeah,
set
I
with
saw
her
that.
for
I
her.
saw
That's
that.
crazy.
I saw
would have
that.
loved that. As a kid.
That was
No.
terrible.
No,
What do you
that's
mean
cool.
it's terrible? That's
No,
cool.
no. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, it was a very.
But watching her build it, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I can't do this. Let me build it for you.
Oh,
So that Lego City stand where I put my Amiibo figures on, I fished that out of the cardboard box, like garbage dump from BJ's, like wholesale club. That where they just put
Yeah.
the storage
Yeah.
boxes for you to take stuff in. Yeah, it's kind of nice, right? And it was still in pristine. It didn't get damaged or anything.
pristine condition.
Yeah, that cardboard box. So Legos, the Reddit threads, toys? Question mark.
Don't make me sound like an idiot. Toys? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he's never heard of toys before.
Music? Double question mark.
Okay, I don't remember this.
This is my
conversation.
favorite one.
You weren't there.
NFTs.
Okay, that was a joke.
Yeah, it's a running joke with us because we dislike NXT. We dislike NFTs on the show. We don't really know what they are. We all got
Oh.
Spider-Man ones.
I did not.
As
get a
you
Spider-
didn't get
I
one?
haven't opened
No.
mine yet.
You haven't opened yours yet?
It took a while. I'm like, okay, it's taking forever. I quit.
They sent us free Spider-Man NFTs, which again
We won.
Yeah, we won.
We were one of the lucky people.
Which again, none of us know what it is, even though I did open and wallet mine.
It's like a digital holographic card, right?
Yeah.
I do technically know what it is, but
I
I
also-
also like
Don't. Also
Yeah.
don't.
like I have a certain. It's like watching Tenet.
Yeah. Okay. Late night TV. This was an interesting one. Like, it was just going to be an hour of Link talking about Conan O'Brien.
Yes, I actually want to do that.
See, I would listen to that.
Reality TV? Question mark.
You don't have
But we
to
don't
say
watch
every
that. We don't watch
question
that.
mark.
We don't.
The death of cable TV. It's imminent.
I don't remember this conversation at all.
Again, you. Oh, well, you did respond. You
Console,
responded a minute later and just said Pixar is good too.
But I don't remember.
console wars. Comedy shows. Stand-up comedy? Question mark. Again, they're just topics like aimed at Link agreeing with. That was your
So
audience.
we had a problem, and I wanted to fix our problem
Yeah.
by just spitting out topics.
But you know what's funny? That I didn't notice this topic now that I'm reading the list, and it's the topic that we actually chose. So you
Oh, yeah.
actually generated, you actually generated. So without further ado, the longest intro to an episode. Today's episode, we got an episode number?
16.
Okay.
I hope.
Possibly 16.
16
titled-
question mark?
Yeah, 16 question mark is titled A Show About Nothing. Now,
We're on track.
yeah, exactly.
We're
So
on
if you've thought, wow, they really did not plan out what they were going to say to introduce, it's all part of the plan.
That's right.
So, A Show About Nothing. Where does this title come from?
It comes from Seinfeld, right?
Yeah, yeah. Why? Why do they call Seinfeld A Show About Nothing?
The reason why they call Seinfeld a show about nothing, it's actually pretty genius, is creators Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld, when they came up with the idea of the show Seinfeld, the whole concept was a show about nothing, about the little things, the minutia of life, right?
Mhm.
Talking about the stupid conversation.
No
that we
central
have.
theme, no moral
no,
lesson.
no moral lesson, no central themes, relationships out the window. You get me?
Mhm.
It's like this. If you want to know what Seinfeld is, think the opposite of Friends.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Wow, that's deep.
So then,
Deep cut, man.
I've thought about this a lot
Mm.
in the shower.
Okay.
intimately.
Yeah.
So when they introduced this concept at NBC, this idea of a show about nothing,
Yeah.
at first they don't really. It doesn't like. All right, no, this is dumb.
What? Television producers
This
not
is-
ready for an innovative idea?
Exactly.
Continue.
Eventually, it did end up. They ended up doing it. I guess
Mhm.
they ran out of ideas. I'm like, you know what? What happened to the show about nothing? Let's go get it. So they made it. And what's funny about it is that this storyline that I just said is part of the show. Like
Yeah.
that's how the show ends.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't know that.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Wait, have you seen Seinfeld?
I haven't.
You must.
Yeah, I've been exposed.
Where is it now?
it's on Netflix.
I've seen like clips.
It just jumped to Netflix. It was on
It
Hulu.
was on
and it
Hulu,
just
now it's
jumped.
on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah. What a shame! Like your NBC, you have this Peacock streaming service. You don't even have.
Wow,
Friends.
you're right.
You don't have Seinfeld. You
Cable
just got.
TV is
You
dying?
just got The Office.
We're not doing that episode, Dan.
You
I'm
just
trying.
got The Office. Like you don't have like the more popular titles.
Mm-hmm.
That is a surprise. I didn't know that.
It's because they don't produce those shows. They had other studios made them
Gotcha.
and licensed them. So they picked up Warner Brothers made Friends.
Friends.
So it goes to HBO. And then I don't know who makes.
Castle Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Whatever Castle Rock
That's
is.
Rob Reiner.
Yeah, right. So he can sell it. That's why I just jumped from Hulu to Netflix, and it's
Man,
only a limited
How
term.
much money are these guys making, bro?
I think. Well, the last one I know, Hulu was paying $1 million an episode,
No.
and so I think
Wow.
Netflix outbid that. So, yeah, it's a lot.
For a show about nothing. That's
We're in the
pretty-
wrong business.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe someone picks up this podcast about nothing.
As a TV show?
Yeah, well, yeah, because we have viewers. So.
Oh yeah, because people are viewing us.
And now you have other shows that are about nothing. You know,
Mhm.
a more modern version of Seinfeld is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love that show.
Probably.
I've never seen it.
Oh, that
I
show's-
saw season 1 only.
That
Really?
show's hilarious.
You don't know the story?
No.
Okay, so I can't watch a show where the main characters are like terrible people.
But that's
because-
what Seinfeld is.
Yeah, but it's like funnier. You
No,
know?
yeah.
I
A
don't
little
know,
bit
it's
more.
softer.
A little bit more wholesome.
Okay, yeah, basically.
Always Sunny. The people
Okay,
are
TV's
horrible.
really dark right now. You know what I mean? So once they get too mean, my wife checks out. She's like, I can't watch this show. And then if she doesn't watch it, I'm not gonna watch 14 seasons of.
That is
the
true.
show without
that is
her.
a lot.
Yeah. So once they like, this happened with Arrested Development too. I mean, we made it to the end, but once they like let Tobias get like addicted to drugs and he's like dying from the hair transplant or whatever, like she's just like, I can't anymore. But then they canceled the show, so it was over.
Oh no, I love all 3 seasons of Arrested Development.
Only the 3
Only
seasons.
the 3
that
seasons.
exist.
Even 3, I think 3's a little uneven, but
Really? I
Yeah.
thought 3 was good.
it is good. It is good, but I think 1 and 2 are stronger.
One and two
agree.
are great.
Especially the like fever dream that the finale is, because it just got canceled in the
Right.
middle of the season. So it's shorter, I think, than 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
Season 3, yeah. This episode is not about Seinfeld.
Or It's Always Sunny.
Or Arrested Development.
It's about this show, which today
It's about nothing.
will be about nothing, right? So we're taking the opportunity to kind of.
What do you have for breakfast?
I didn't have breakfast.
Okay, nothing. Perfect.
Oh, well, that is
Yeah.
You prepared yourself this morning.
There you go. Yeah,
Wow.
been training. We want to take this opportunity to kind of look back and see. We talked about Gabe's absence and subsequent international travels, and now he's gone. We've been doing this for the good part of about 5 months now, right? So this process has been different.
New.
Yeah, it's been
Definitely
new.
New.
Yeah, and it's a new year, and like we mentioned, it's a new year. We got a new logo. Thank you, producer Dan.
Neat.
And
I'm gonna get carpal tunnel.
would
Like 100%.
it help if I buy more RAM for the computer? Or?
No. Like
Unrelated.
that's it. It's. I'm gonna get carpal tunnel.
Okay, well, you could get those little like wrist things to help you, like while you're.
I might genuinely need
You
one.
should, yeah.
You
You
should,
should.
yeah.
My
They're good.
my wrist hurts.
Okay, no, you should get those. They're good. They help if you already have carpal tunnel. They'll ease the pain.
I don't think
But
I have
if
it
you
yet.
don't have
but I
it,
know-
it can stop you from.
Put it on our account. Put it on our tab.
Yeah,
Oh,
put
yeah.
it on our tab. Link may or may not pitch in later.
Yeah.
So let's start there. What has this experience been like for you guys doing the show?
I don't like magic.
Yeah, we've gotten that. Yeah,
It's been pretty cool.
yeah.
I mean,
Any lessons you've learned along the way, or
lessons that I've learned along the way.
Or should we avoid that because it's about nothing?
Yeah, it's about nothing.
Yeah,
Nah,
you're right.
I haven't learned anything from you guys.
Okay.
Wow.
I learned that our producer is great at his job.
Yeah, excellent. Let's give
Yeah,
a round of
thank you,
applause
guys.
for
Yeah.
Daniel. Not
Producer,
literally.
producer.
'Cause then he has to edit
insert
it out.
applause sound.
Clap,
I'm
clap,
not
clap.
gonna do that.
Clap, clap, clap.
That's how good he is.
Yeah. If we do it now, oh, okay. I thought you'd have to edit it out later, but
Nah.
Full disclosure, he claps for himself. No one
I
else was
did clap
clapping.
for
Yeah.
myself. That is kind of sad. I take it back.
Well,
I
we
might edit
praised
that.
you. We praised you.
Thank you.
We gotta praise.
I learned, yeah. So I learned that our producer's great.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that George is able to end any episode.
Oh yeah, he
in a
never misses.
Never misses.
Never
So
misses.
poetic. I learned that Gabriel has a very professional voice when he when he speaks,
That is
And
true.
when he asks for your money,
Yeah.
and when he asks
Hey.
for your money, it's,
Hey, you.
it's very. It's like he's flirting.
Yeah. Honestly.
he has like a very Finnick O'Dare, Ah.
Voice.
yeah, like a vibe about him. You've seen the Hunger Game movies, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like Finnick, but I don't like using it. I don't want this. I don't see that
Okay.
in Gabriel.
You think Finnick is like hot?
No, I don't think he's. I don't think Finnick is cool enough for Gabriel.
But because you only have the movies, right, as a reference.
Is he
point.
cooler in the movie?
I think he's cooler.
I mean, the books.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he's
One
like,
day we'll have an episode on YA.
Maybe. Who
YA
knows? Possibly.
literature.
Maybe we should plan
Write
that,
that down.
whenever we can get a guest on this show. Maybe.
A Gen Zer, a Zoomer to help us out.
I don't like that term, Zoomer,
Zoomer, why not?
because you always try to make like all the generations fit into this. Like
Zoomer,
archetype.
Boomer, Moomer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not.
It doesn't work for Moomer. It works for Boomer because that's a name. Works well for Zoomer.
I
You know
don't
what,
think it works well for Zoomer.
Come on
I
and
don't
Zoom.
think so.
Come
Yeah, I don't
on
like the
and Zoom.
Zoomer.
I don't
It
like
was
the
just like the
Zoomer
last
either.
like year or something. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
What?
Zoomer? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Why are
like
they
Zoomer?
Zoomers? Because like whatever. 'Cause
It
they
doesn't
were
make
on-
sense.
They were on Zoom for like.
Because
No,
the
'cause
boomers.
Generation Z.
Yeah, but the
Yeah, but it
boomers
doesn't
are
make-
baby boomers.
Exactly.
So it makes sense. But
Oh,
why?
I did not know that.
So you just thought
You
they were
didn't. You didn't know why they were called boomers.
Thought they were called Boomers.
They were boomer Sooners. They're just like
Oh.
Oklahoma fans.
See, because they're called Zoomers because they were conceived on Zoom. Maybe that's
How
what.
can you be conceived?
Maybe
on
that's
Zoom?
Yeah.
what. Maybe that's what the generation that's being born today should be called in the future. Zoomers.
It's too late.
They're
now.
not being
Yeah.
No, they're-
consumed.
Not
They're not being consumed.
Conceived on Zoom.
Did I say consumer conceived?
You said,
I
you
said
said conceived.
I make okay.
Which also doesn't make sense, but he said consumed, which made it much worse.
Yeah, we sacrifice them, we eat them, we put them on Zoom. We zoom it, and now they're called Zoomers.
Well, we did sacrifice their education just so that we could pretend that we were still teaching them. Anyways, what I learned was that apparently we can talk for way longer than I thought about any topic.
It's true.
Okay, full disclosure from the beginning.
I already knew that about myself.
Oh, okay, but I thought we'd like rein in a little more when we first did the top fives. Those first couple of episodes,
They were rough.
yeah, they were rough.
We didn't know what was going on.
The audio for those haunts me. Like it's so.
you, like you wish you could
We didn't.
somehow
Yeah.
transform.
We didn't have gear.
I'd
Yeah.
be down to like print out a script and just redo it.
Yeah,
But
and it was like I remember it was like, okay, we're gonna keep this low cost. We're not gonna invest too much. We're gonna do a slow crawl. As soon as we heard those first couple episodes, we're like, buy everything. Just
mics, we need an interface.
But with your support, we've been able
Yes, thank you,
to
Oh, yeah.
buy some stuff.
friends and family.
I've learned that George can buy anything.
I don't get that. What do you?
I don't know. You buy all this gear.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because you're like, I think we should get this in the future. I'm like, it'll be here Tuesday.
I appreciate that though,
Yeah.
because it makes my job easier.
Yeah, and the one person I don't want to run away is Dan, who's the easiest one to run away because he doesn't host the show every
I also
week.
He's in
don't.
college?
Yeah, I don't live here right
Yeah.
now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, guys? I'm quitting the show.
He's also the best of us.
Oh, yeah.
If we lose Dan, all right, we lost the show.
Speaking of which, like we had this idea several years ago
Yeah, man.
for this show.
It was me and George.
Yeah, it was like me and Link were like, we should do a show, but we were missing some pieces. Dan was still in high school.
So we didn't want to work with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Don't want to be those.
Gabe wasn't in town, so we never even thought about it. You know,
Yeah.
but I think that
That's
was like
true. He
the-
wasn't here.
Yeah, that was the missing voice, like the catalyst.
The Finnick O'Dare.
Yeah,
Whatever
I don't-
you call them.
I don't think that fits into the metaphor. But so we've had this idea for a while, and I think we finally pulled the trigger on it. We also have, it's New Year's now, right?
2022, baby.
Yeah, and a lot of people make resolutions. Well, how do you guys feel about like New Year's and resolutions and all that?
I'm kind of torn on it because I get it, but I feel like I believe that every day is a new beginning.
Oh.
And as cheesy as that sounds,
No, actually,
but like
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
you can like.
I was gonna use better words, but pretty much the idea.
Maybe you should take it away.
No, go ahead.
I mean, every day you can better yourself. I
Mhm.
don't think you need a new year to better yourself. But I understand going into the new year with new ideas and
Mhm.
trying to better yourself. I get it.
I just think that it's crazy. Like, there's milliseconds between 2001 and
2001,
2021,
the year I live in.
2021 to 2022, and now, like, in 2020. Oh, after this millisecond, I'd say new year, new me. Like,
Yeah.
no, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love what you said. Like, every day is a new
Every day's a
opportunity
new
to grow.
beginning.
Oh, I was hoping someone would have like a different opinion, but yeah. So I agree. It's kind of like an arbitrary time to just be like, oh, I'm gonna make changes and
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick to
right?
them. Yeah. I tend to be a goal oriented person, or at least I like to think that I am. I don't always meet my goals. Some of them get extended, like we said.
I rarely meet my goals.
Okay. So I have like sliding goals where like I aim low, like I'm gonna start doing this thing.
Yeah, I do the same
Yeah,
thing.
and then I do that. So like I wanted to read more like 3 years ago. So it was like, okay, I'm going to read more. And I read like 15 books that year. So then I was like, okay, now I want to read like 2 books a month. And like I almost made it. So I was like, okay, now I'm going to go like a book a week. I'm probably not going to make it,
It's a lot.
but it's going to be more than
Yeah.
what I did last year.
I mean,
you
I
know?
think if you're okay with failure, I think you're already on the right path.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, you're not technically failing,
Mhm.
but you're not hitting that goal, and that's okay.
Exactly. Well, because you are failing because you're falling short, but like as
You're doing it.
Yeah, as Yoda once said,
Ooh.
failure the greatest teacher is, right?
Yeah.
They're the greatest teachers.
And I mean, like you said, the whole millisecond thing, but I mean, changes can happen like
Yeah.
that quick.
Yeah.
Like you can decide one day, like, oh, I'm gonna change, but again, that can happen at any moment.
I think the one that inspired me the most to like chase after what I wanted to do is I always wanted to get in better shape, right? Which
That's a big one.
right,
for everyone.
and it was like I just couldn't create like a routine that I wanted. But then one day someone sent me a text message about the Star Wars marathon, and I was like, running. I dislike running. I do
It's
not.
terrible. It's bad for your knees.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's bad.
I don't appreciate running.
But
But
Star
then-
Wars.
But then I saw that when you win, once you complete the race, you get the medal that they get at the end of A New Hope.
Oh,
That's worth it, man.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm gonna get it for Chewie.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna do it for him.
So now that's your charity. Run for Chewie.
That's actually a
Run
sick,
for Wookiee. You should
That-
run for Wookiee.
That's a sick name.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
What?
Yeah, write that
Did
down.
we come up with a good charity?
Yeah, I think so. So I just decided like that January, there's a race in April. I'm gonna register for it, and I'm gonna train like cold. Like I'm gonna train for 4 months, and I lost like, let me see, over 40 pounds.
Oh man, that's amazing.
That's right.
Yeah. And I finished it, and I was dying. And then the next year, I ran the circuit. Like I did the 5K, the 10K, and the half marathon in Orlando, and then I flew to California and did the circuit there. So I did the light side and the dark side, so that I could get the Millennium Falcon medal, the Kessel Run.
Ooh.
That's
medal.
awesome. I do want to do
How
a
much?
marathon.
How
with
many?
you.
What were the distance for that?
It's the same thing. So I did the 5, the 10, and the half, and then I
Mm.
went to California and did the 5, the 10, and the half. But the thing with California was
It's
incline, yeah. So it was
Oh, boy.
tougher.
When I lived in California, I ran one marathon, half a marathon. I trained for it. There was a running club at the school I was working at,
Right.
and I joined it because okay, what is there to do? And I ran. I think it was called the Rock and Roll Marathon,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the cool part is that you run it in San Francisco, so you run on the Golden Gate Bridge,
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
So I
yeah,
really
that
enjoyed
is
that.
that sounds nice.
and that's when I retired after that.
yeah.
But now I hope they still have that because that sounds pretty cool. Like I want all those medals.
I would do it.
I would do it if they have
with
those
you.
medals. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a conversation for another time, but Disney's gotten really expensive, and the races have gotten really expensive along with everything else in Disney. So it's like
You sent me the
prices,
yeah,
yeah.
because I was like, oh yeah, I
How-
want to
how
do
much are
that.
they? How
if you
much-
want to do the circuit, it's like over $1,000.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, like what the
exact-
heck?
Yeah, it's literally like insane.
That's dumb.
So I probably paid like half of it, and then also the pandemic came. I got out of shape during that time,
Yeah,
and
it
Disney
was rough.
Disney won't give me motivation. So I blame Disney for all my problems in life. I'm kidding. It's fine. That's on me. But yeah, I don't think I'll be running.
I mean, they ruined
Disney.
Star Wars.
Whoa,
Whoa.
heavy
Yeah.
for a topic
Uh-huh.
without
Yeah, let's start
without a
positively
topic, yeah.
in the new year.
topicless episode, and we're coming in hot.
Yeah. So, this is where I usually insert a transition, but I actually don't know where we were going.
I mean,
next.
fitness, like, I remember when I started my fitness journey, it was just kind of like, oh, I want to start this time, and I don't want to ever have to start again.
Yeah.
I think that's a good mentality that I have going into the new year. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the one I'm trying to have this new year. I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule. And it's like, I'm going to do it once. I'm going to do it right.
Yeah.
And that's it.
The pandemic was hard for me, like in regards to sleep and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and diet. Like I was vegetarian before, and then I like changed that because of certain things that were happening around my life at the time, and it's like it's hard to get. I'm trying to get back to what my life was before that, and this past holiday didn't really help in regards to feeling like we were moving forward, but like for sure. I'm going to start moving forward even if the rest of the world isn't, because...
Is it weird that I enjoyed my time in the pandemic? Like having to work from home. As an introvert, I really enjoyed that part.
Mm-hmm.
Like being at home like all the time. I'd go out once a week on Sundays to come here to your house, and
Mm-hmm.
I'd bring you Taco Bell.
Yeah. He was really excited for those Sundays.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
I mean, enjoyed it.
Because it was the only time I would go out.
Yeah,
but-
no, this guy literally avoided. This guy was thriving.
I was thriving in the pandemic. Like
I-
I was having the time of my life. I was in time, but I was doing the time of my life.
I mean, I guess for me, it was like the first month.
I
was
know
like,
you.
oh, yeah,
I know
great.
you. Yeah, and that's how I thought too. Like just the first month, but no, throughout the whole thing. And I was really sad that we went back to work.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh,
Well, here's the thing, too. There were certain things I did enjoy. Like, there were certain aspects of working from home that I enjoyed. There were certain, like, obstacles and challenges that made it much more difficult. But then I feel like the good things of the pandemic ruined real life for me, because now I miss, like, the flexibility. I had so much more time on my hands, like time for cooking and time for,
yeah.
you know, for hobbies and things
Yeah.
like that.
That's what I loved about it.
I mean, honestly, I think even though we just started this, you know, last August, I think the thought that I put into it and the ideas, I don't think this show would exist if it wouldn't have been for the pandemic.
True.
I don't
That's
think-
true. I mean, I had a lot of extra free time to talk about it and like plan.
Yeah. And I also think it was like the impetus, like, okay, you've thought about doing this thing. What's your excuse now? Because like,
Yeah,
you
there was
have
literally
time.
none.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's interesting. I never thought about it.
Mm-hmm. So I think from a motivational aspect, it was like, okay, you can start making the choices that you wanted because like you have the platform for it. So what else do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. You got me thinking about like the pandemic and like the positives. I mean, not that.
Oh, hot
The
take.
hot take.
Today's episode is about why the pandemic was the best thing that could have ever happened to
I
us.
mean, like
To link.
To link specifically.
I mean, I guess in every like, I guess just looking on the bright side of things. Pretty,
I think it's also part of human experience. It's like you're always looking for the lesson,
yeah.
right? Because I think even when life isn't about anything in particular, you can't help but learn and grow along the way.
I don't know. This is starting to become a heavy talk.
I really enjoyed working from home.
See, I think the pandemic made a lot of people realize that a lot of these jobs can just be from
Oh
home.
yeah, that's so true. And I think companies like
Oh yeah,
you can
yeah,
save money. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
people will be productive, and you don't have to pay for rent and electricity. I remember the school was probably excited. It was like, we're not paying for the internet or the lights. Like, we could just shut this building down.
Yeah, to each their own, whatever.
Yeah. I probably should have been compensated for that because
That's true. 'Cause
my electricity bill was up.
Oh, that is true.
I don't
The
know.
air has to stay on all day because I'm indoors.
I have a question. This is a podcast about nothing. Who is that walrus-looking guy right there?
Okay, there's a big again link always with the visual cues that none of our audience
Because
can.
our viewers can
This is-
see this.
Okay, where is it? Which one? Walrus-looking guy.
Yeah, it's a walrus with a like.
It's a Marvel. It's a big poster board with a bunch of Marvel characters.
some villains, some heroes, and there's this walrus-looking guy.
There's no
with
villains on here. Oh,
Yeah, there is.
What are you
Loadout.
talking
There's
about?
definitely villains.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Are you talking about the bulldog on the bottom?
That brown look like
That's
he,
a
what-
bull. That's
That's
clearly a
that's
dog.
a dog.
That's clearly a
Oh,
dog.
from this angle, it looks
How's
like
it
a walrus.
I
That-
think
that
the
is-
angle is not.
And
That-
why does he have like a?
He has a worse angle than you do.
Why does
Yeah.
he have like a field goal?
I mean, it's
post?
also my artwork though, so I know what's on it.
Why does,
that's
he have
fair.
why does he have a football field goal?
Because he's
post?
like a psychic dog. He talks like.
Oh, so he's Clifford.
Those are the Inhumans. That's that's Black Bolt. And
Oh, that fantastic show.
Yeah, that show's great. If
That
anyone
show-
hasn't seen the Inhumans, check it out. Disney Plus. You'll love it. All right. That's sarcasm.
See,
don't do
Disney
it.
ruining everything once again.
Disney did. Okay.
Well, you can't pretend like we didn't just get a multiverse Spider-Man movie and then say Disney ruined Marvel.
Okay. So that's Black Bolt, and then next to him is his dog. What's the name? It says it Lockjaw. Lockjaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then his brother, who I think is Car or something, Mac. I don't know.
Wait. Who's his brother?
That was the guy all the way in the corner. The left.
His
yeah,
brother's a
green suit.
human?
No, he's an Inhuman too. He's just like.
Oh, okay. So he just took the form of a dog.
No, I'm sorry. He's Black Bolt's brother, not Lockjaw's brother.
Okay. See, that makes more sense.
But also, Lockjaw is an Inhuman, so I'm not really sure if like his power is that he looks like a giant dog. Because I mean, he is a thinking, speaking. He is an Inhuman. I don't know. Inhuman. I don't know
Also-
about too much about the.
Also,
Inhumans.
Red Skull looks like he's Ghost Rider's father.
You're just gonna keep referencing this
Yeah.
visual cue. We're gonna have to post this image.
Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider. Red Skull looks like he's Ghost Rider without the flames.
Just because they're like standing next to each
yeah,
other.
they're right next to each other without the
Mhm.
flames, and the
Mhm.
flames turn the skull
He's
red.
like rebellious son.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it looks. Yeah,
Okay. And Dormammu was like right above him too. They probably should have put him in the same row, right above Ghost Rider.
I forgot he looks so different.
Yeah.
In the
But if you
comics.
think about it, look at how similar. Also.
Yes, because
The
you're right.
purple head with the. Yeah.
wait, who is this?
Dormammu is the bad guy in Doctor Strange. We've been through this. You only
Do
saw it
not
once.
remember this.
Well, he's like
He's the big bad, like
Yeah.
at the end. I
Is
came
it
to bargain.
Mike or the guy?
No, the
Yeah,
CGI
see, it's not him.
monster in the.
No, remember that.
Oh, what is it? What's the famous line? Even though I love the movie.
Dormammu. I came to bargain.
Yeah, I came to. Oh, he says
Yeah.
his name right. Dormammu. I came to bargain. Yeah,
And then he
remember?
does
And then
that
he
over
rewinds
again.
the time, and it's
I
like
gotta-
he traps him in a time loop, so they have to barter.
Didn't
Basi-
you rewatch this like a year ago?
yeah, but I forgot.
Dormammu's like this evil entity that like just wants to destroy the universe, and like
Okay.
the other guy is this prophet. We talked about this. What's his name? Caecilius. Anyways, I love Doctor Strange. Just for the record. We cannot talk about Marvel anymore. That's it.
No.
We're
Oh,
moving.
that's right. It's not the merry month of Marvel.
So
anymore.
here, yeah, let's stop talking about Marvel.
Did I talk?
we can
about
talk
how-
about Tenet.
Oh no! The whole point of this conversation, going back to the point that I was making, we will talk about Tenet. Hold that thought. The whole point was that when we originally thought about the top fives to introduce ourselves, we thought we were gonna do all the top fives in one episode. We were like,
Right.
That's
I
crazy.
forgot
Yeah.
about that.
we're like, oh, we're gonna talk about TV shows, movies, anime, video games, and whatever the other thing we talked about.
Also,
was.
we had to re-record
Yeah.
two
of
of
those,
those
yeah.
because the audio is bad now, but it was worse before.
Yeah, it was significantly worse. Dan learns a lot, and
Whoa. That was mostly hardware
oh yeah, that's true too.
because we had
No, but
the
no,
Yeti
well,
picking up.
But thanks
what I
to
meant
you,
is you
viewers,
learned what we needed.
Oh yeah,
to
yeah,
record.
yeah. That
Yeah.
was definitely the moment I realized, wow, we actually need to invest in hardware because this is not.
Mm.
Okay, and this is what happens too. Like I was like, I hear all the time, a bunch of people have podcasts. They don't really invest in like I see video podcasts. They don't really have good. And I go back and listen to those shows, and I was like, oh, these shows don't sound that good.
Yeah.
But I actually listened to them, and now now the audio quality's kind of ruined some shows for me.
I mean, it's crazy because when we listened to the re-recorded episodes, we were like, "Oh, this is so much better," and we felt confident enough to post them.
Yeah.
And now it's like, "Geez, man."
But I also thought like, okay, and we talk about failure, and I think that you just have to do it, man.
Yeah, that was the. I mean, that's where we got to.
Yeah, we knew like, all right, this show's not gonna be good at first, and it's gonna be a while before we find our voice.
6 episodes in.
Yeah,
I mean, we're still finding our
Yeah,
voice.
we're
We
still
still don't
going.
know what we're doing half the time.
yeah, and like, I still think we still struggle like to find the central theme and tie it into like what we're talking about. With that being said, is like I'm comfortable with where I am now, but like a year from now, you're gonna look back at these episodes and be like, I can't believe that's what the show was.
Yeah.
You know, and if the longer you do anything, really, like for example, I'm a teacher, right? And my first year, I was like, man, that was a good lesson. And I look back and I was like,
That's a terrible lesson.
yeah, that was terrible. That was what was I doing? And I've reinvented what I do like 3 or 4 times in like the past 10 years or whatever. And it's just growth, man. You have to be willing to fail, and you have to not get in your head. I know the other part of it is like what other people are gonna think.
Yeah. Forget what other people think.
Yeah, I remember when you guys first started, it was always like there was a trouble to start because you would just be here talking about how to start the show, and you would just never start the episode.
There's actually I still have that trouble every week.
Yeah.
I go, how do we start the episode? Like every week, I don't remember what the intro to the show is, but it's just like a mental block.
Yeah, you just gotta go.
Question.
Yeah.
You have a lot of Funko Pop figures.
Again,
just gonna keep
he's referencing
referencing
the
the
room
room.
that they can't see.
No, I think it's
This
really,
guy does not want to do a video podcast. But
Yeah, but he
but
loves
just
mentioning
talking
the
about the room.
viewers.
but I think it's really cool. Like, do you have a favorite one?
A favorite?
Ooh, that's a
Funko
good
Pop?
question.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't. You say I have a lot, but I feel like I don't have.
I
a
mean,
lot.
compared to me.
Oh yeah, that's true. 'Cause you have, like,
Compared to me, also, I
Okay.
have like one.
most of my Funko Pops were gifts. It's like it starts like you get one, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you like Funko Pop?"
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's an easy gift.
Yeah. So my favorite one is Maz Kanata. No, I'm just kidding. My favorite. It's like it's so weird too because all of them are super good, and then that was just kind of there. My favorite Funko Pop.
You know, every time I walk into this room, I look at the Mr. Rogers one. That's
Yeah.
definitely my favorite.
I look at the George Costanza. I'm sorry. I look at the George Costanza one.
And
And I
punched the microphone.
Yeah, my bad. For those who listen, sorry.
I think they all listen.
For those of
Hopefully.
you who are listening, but I really like the George Costanza one.
Yeah. I got it because it says George.
Oh, there's
That's
your
my name.
Van Gogh one.
Yeah. So
you
I'm.
mentioned it. I was
Yeah,
like, I'll do that.
I'm torn between the Edgar Allan Poe and the Van Gogh one.
Those are cool.
Does Van Gogh have his ear on the other side? Or
Yeah. No, he doesn't have his ears.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like a white thing on his ear.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Edgar Allan Poe because I'm a literature teacher and he's my favorite writer. He was an inspiration a lot for my writing
So
growing
edgy.
young,
Yeah,
and
that is
also
pretty edgy.
Yeah.
Pretty edgy, man.
and also because my wife insists that the Van Gogh one is hers. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna assume or accept that it's hers, and so I like my Johnny Cash one too. Though.
Johnny Cash one's cool.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Yeah.
Which one do you have, Danny?
I think I have a Deadpool one,
Mm.
and it's like in the back of my closet. I opened them, by the way.
Oh.
So sorry.
That's a sin.
Yeah, oops.
I've opened every toy except for Funko Pops for some reason.
Hey, tell him that story of Igor opening your Star Wars store.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I had a friend. Well, you just name dropped him. I had a friend who came over one time. I was I was
middle
in,
school, right?
Yeah, I was in middle school, and he came over, and like it was like a big deal because like I didn't have people over all the time. So he was finally coming over to my house, like one of my best friends, and he was finally coming over. He was very infrequent the visits, so he comes in, and we're like, "Oh, that's awesome! Oh, let's play or whatever. Let's play video games." So we started playing video games. Like he must have been in my house for like 15 minutes, and my sister runs into the room and she goes, "Hey!" And she jumps on me, and I'm on a rolling chair, and the rolling chair rolls all the way across the room into my glass display case, and like one of the glass doors falls on me and just slices my arm right open. And then my mom's like, "What happened?" I heard a crash. I'm like, "I'm bleeding." She's like, "We have to go to the hospital." And then I don't know if this was the right thing to do because I don't have kids, but she left him.
She
I
left
don't
your friend,
think that's the right.
Yeah.
your what is it,
Yeah.
middle school friend alone.
No, because my dad was in the house. She took me to the emergency
Okay,
room.
as long as there was an
Yeah.
adult in the
My dad's
house.
left. My dad was at home with my sister and I believe my younger brother. He's not in the story, so I don't know what he was doing in the house. But and my friend. So my friend's just sitting there in my room alone. I assume the idea was like they were gonna call his mom to just come pick him up right away. So that's why he's not gonna go to the hospital with us, right? But something happened.
I would have taken him with me.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
that's
too.
what I
That would
thought
have been
so
a fun.
too.
That would have been a fun
Yeah, I was like,
activity
take his
to do.
friend.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's spending the day with us, right? So,
So
today,
might as well, yeah.
If
the
I
day
have-
is now at the hospital,
Yeah, if I
right?
die, you're gonna watch me
Yeah.
die.
But I guess the idea was like, oh, this is an emergency, so like they should come get picked up. But apparently he couldn't get picked up, so he was there just in my room for hours. So what I imagined happened is he's just looking around, and here's this empty space on my glass display. Now there's no door. There's nothing hindering entrance to my full-size Millennium Falcon with the entire like first and second line of the Star Wars A New Hope figures. In fact, no, I think it's a whole original trilogy because I had Jedi, like Jedi Luke and everything, right? So I have every single figure. Like I have the entire collection. And he goes on.
Wait, packaged, right?
Yeah, no, they're not packaged. They're on display because I
Okay.
played with my toys.
Oh, yeah.
They're on display, but they're posed, right? It's like a whole scene. The Falcon, the Dubek in the back. Everyone has their lightsaber or their blaster. You know, Vader has his cloak, and he took them all down and removed their cloaks, their lightsaber, their blaster. Just like played with all of them, like took apart because the Falcon, you could take the top part off. You could take the like cargo holding, like that covers the secret compartment out. Like you could remove the ramp because you have to kind of build it when you get it. So he unbuilt it and then like just had no idea what he did with the blasters and the lightsabers, and like Vader doesn't have a cape anymore. Yeah. And like Obi-Wan, like you could take his top rope off, so he's just kind of in his undergarment. So I come back home, right? Mind you, I spent 15 minutes with my friend and the rest of the day in the hospital. And when I come home, it's just an empty room with all my Star Wars figures just strewn all over the floor. And I'm like, where's the red lightsaber? Like Vader doesn't have a lightsaber. Where's the green one? I only have like Obi-Wan and Luke's blue ones. Where's Han's helmet when he dresses as a stormtrooper? And it was just, I had spent so much time.
They were just gone?
Yeah, they were just like under the shelf or in the closet or just like
How did he play with these toys?
I don't know. And it was just so demoralizing that I never put them back up on the shelf.
Did you ever invite him back?
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. Was that supposed to be the
Lifelong
question?
grudge.
Well, what I didn't do was I stopped buying Star Wars figures.
Oh man.
Yeah. So episode 1 came out shortly thereafter, so
Oh,
I
good
mean,
timing.
yeah. But I didn't get any more Star Wars.
That
toys.
is
That was
the
the end of it.
saddest story ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Pop Funko. Funko Pop. I would say Pop Funko. It's
Pop
Funko Pop.
Funko.
Pop Funko? Yeah, no, it's Funko.
I have like 2.
Mm-hmm.
I have a John Wick one.
Right.
I think that was my second one.
Yeah, that
You
one's
gave it to me?
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I
that's a
love John
guy's
Wick.
one.
And at first I never wanted them because
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to collect
Me too.
material things.
Me
It's
too.
like, I know I'm gonna get addicted to it,
Uh-huh.
so I don't want one at all.
I'm a collector, but I like to consider myself like, and I know for you, I'm like a huge collector, but like inadequate, like a moderate collector, because I commit to collections that are finite. Like I collect Amiibo, and I have like still have a display case with all the Disney Infinity figures, but like I know this is gonna end and they're gonna be done, and that's it, you know. But Funko Pop is like eternal.
They
Like,
don't stop.
Yeah, they don't stop in there, and I knew that right away. I was like, I'm not gonna get this because they literally locked up like every property known to man.
So that's why
The
I'm like,
Fortnite of toys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
And the only reason I got into Fortnite was because I was like, it's a video game, so it takes development time. So there's a limit to how many of these characters you can like produce
Oh,
and
you were
create.
so wrong.
But they're pushing the limit to what? Yeah, they're really pushing how much like they're able to produce.
Oh, you have Parappa the Rapper.
Yes. That's what's called a Totaku. Yeah. I got some PlayStation characters to fill out my amiibo
Are those
collection.
imported?
No, they were they basically don't do anything. Cuz the other thing is my amiibo and the Disney Infinity figures, they're basically like physical DLC.
Yeah.
You know? The Totacos don't do anything. So I was like, I'm not going to get them. I don't care, even though I really want some characters. So of course they flopped cuz they don't do anything and they were GameStop exclusive. So when they all went like on bargain bin sale, I went all over Miami just like picking up all my favorite characters. So I got like Conker, Parappa, Crash Bandicoot, Banjo-Kazooie while I waited for the amiibo.
Has there ever been like something that you passed up on that you regret? Because I know exactly what mine was.
Okay, go
So,
while I think about
I
them.
remember Halo 3, they released an edition with the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it so bad, and I didn't buy it because I was not allowed to play these types of games at that time.
Right.
And it's probably my biggest regret.
I knew somebody who had that. I think it's my friend Lumberjack. Shout out to Lumberjack.
Yeah, Lumberjack.
I know that he bought an exclusive Xbox, original Xbox, like the green Xbox that came with Halo.
Yes.
And he's bought in like an Xbox version. Like, I'm sorry, a Halo version of every Xbox. Like from
I
that point on.
appreciate that.
Like so,
a
he has
lot.
the
Consistency.
the limited edition Halo, every Xbox from
Did
every
he just
generation.
buy the last one?
I think so.
My hero.
Yeah,
That
So-
helmet is so cool, man.
Does he have the helmet?
I think he does. Because he was a big like upcharge collectible guy. So special editions was his jam. What do I regret? Do you know anything like
That I regret not buying?
Yeah, you missed out on.
That I missed out on? Recently, I think we missed out on the opportunity to buy those. When we went to go watch Ghostbusters Afterlife,
Mm-hmm.
remember we found out that you could buy in the AMC. You can buy the popcorn with the what's it called?
The Ecto One.
Ecto One.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is cool.
as a
It was
popcorn.
nice. Yeah.
As a popcorn. I don't know what they're called.
Is this a holder?
Yeah,
I guess?
popcorn holder.
Bucket.
Yeah,
It's a
bucket.
bucket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you go.
bucket. Yeah,
Bucket.
there you
Popcorn
go.
bucket. And I'm like, oh, I want one. And when I went to go ask if they had it,
Mhm.
they were sold out. So I regret that.
Well, I had a similar situation with Black Widow. I don't super regret it or anything, but I collect the popcorn buckets because they're like really cheap, and I just use stub points on to get
That is
them
true.
anyways. But after I saw Black Widow, I was like, I liked it. Let's go get the bucket. And they were like, yeah, we're closed. I'm like, but you're gonna play it right now. Like it was like we watched it at 8, and they were gonna play it again at 10. And they're like, nah, concessions are closed, man. We don't have like staff and stuff. And I'm like, COVID.
Man.
I do have one regret. I did not get the Arkham Asylum and the Arkham City special editions. Arkham Asylum came with a Batarang,
Ooh,
And
that
Arkham-
sounds nice.
and Arkham City came with a black and white Arkham statue. I don't know if you know about these black and
Yeah.
white statues. Well, there's one that's for the Arkham games, and the only way to get it was to get the special edition. And I didn't get them because I just didn't have money at my time. My brother did get them, right? And I always envied them because I would see them all the time. I would go over to his place, and then for my wedding, he gifted me his.
I
They're
like that.
right there behind you. The Arkham's behind the Spider-Man.
that's
and you
so
can see the
nice.
statue
Oh, okay.
up there. But so thanks, John.
I would not have given it to you.
Yeah.
'Cause
My
that's
wife
really cool
also
of
was
it.
not amused by that being our wedding gift. Like a black and white.
I bet you were excited.
I was.
I don't
I was like, I know. Can you believe him? And secretly, I was like, this is the best gift.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think I got you a wedding gift.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
I mean, I was 18. What was I supposed to do?
I don't
In high
know,
school?
A card would be nice. 18, you're like graduating high school. Like,
I didn't have a. Yeah, I guess I could have given you something.
why do all the conversations end up being sad eventually?
I have a story about batarangs.
Go hit it.
So when I was in college, I had this crush on this girl.
That was
that's not
that was
right.
quite a transition.
That's not where I thought that was going.
Right? So I'm like, and I know that this girl likes reading. So what happened was that in college, I discovered that in the library,
Mm-hmm.
they have a 3D printing
Oh,
machine. And I'm like, what?
should we get one of those, by the way?
We should.
I'm so down.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel like we can get one.
Okay.
You know,
Oh,
where to get.
yeah,
you know, where to
yeah,
go.
you know what
we
I
know
mean.
where to get one.
Yeah.
We know where one's not being
Mhm.
used.
That's very true.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, this is pretty cool. So I went to go investigate. I'm like, hey, how much does it cost? Stuff like that. And it was like cents to make stuff.
Right.
So then I found this batarang shaped design that you can do, and it was thin enough that you could use it as a bookmarker.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make like 5 of these.
Right.
10 cents, right? So I bought 5 of these, and I remember like, hey, I think this girl's cute. She knows. She reads. I like Batman. For her birthday, let me gift her a Batarang.
Did she like Batman at all?
She does not. She didn't really care about Batman.
So
she knew that I liked Batman. Yeah. So I decided to gift her this.
Uh-huh.
And that's the end. Nothing
Nothing
really happened.
We never spoke again.
Oh, talk every once in a while, but nothing special.
Okay.
There's still hope.
That reminded me of, I don't know why it reminded me, because it literally has nothing to do with it. So I guess that's on brand for today's episode. The first time I got an eBay account, right? There was this series of short films that BMW put out called The Hire. And it starred Clive Owen as like a James Bond style character. And I don't know how I ended up hearing about like, oh, they're really good. But like, you couldn't get them anywhere because they were like a promotional video, right? So it was just like a DVD that BMW just like gave out to people when they buy BMWs or something, right? And I was like, you couldn't find it anywhere. So when I opened an eBay account, I was like, I wonder if, and they had The Hire, right? So I bid on it. And the thing is that I didn't know how eBay worked, right? So you would think that I overbid. No, that's not what happened. I would win, and then it would move from my like watching or bidding to my won. Like now it's time to pay. But I didn't know where that section was because like a separate tab. So I was just like, oh man, I guess I lost. So then I would bid again.
So you were bidding yourself?
Yeah.
Yourself.
So no, I would bid like on a different auction.
Oh.
And then I did that for half a dozen times till eventually, like after like 10 days, 2 weeks, I realized I won this DVD like 12 times. And I owed like, I had to pay like $50, $60, like to just get multiple copies of this DVD.
It wasn't per DVD.
What? No. I mean, no, I bought like, I paid like $5 to $8, right? Per DVD. You know what I mean? But I bought it like 8 times, and I just have like.
Was it good?
It was good. It was good, but I didn't need 8 copies
how,
of it.
How long were these movies?
They were minutes long. It was like probably the whole thing was maybe like 15, 20 minutes, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was just short film. They were like basically commercials, but they were like short films.
And it was good?
Yeah,
I don't know if it was good. I mean, it was just. I mean, nowadays it would just be like a cool commercial, like the Die Hard commercial, basically.
With the battery?
Yeah, which I actually haven't seen, but I just keep everyone talks to me about it.
I think I've seen it once, but
yeah. But anyways, they were just cool commercials. Well, no, they were more than cool commercials. You know what? We're gonna sit down and watch them.
So do you?
Because they were short films.
Do you still have them?
Yeah, I think I have. I think I have a copy in my like DVD case. I still have all my old DVDs in a big folder.
Do you get rid of the other 7 copies?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
That's a little disappointing.
Yeah. What?
Did he sell them back?
No. Speaking of selling back, I was just thinking. I'm looking at my CW Funko Pops. Like, I really
should
wish.
Return those.
Yeah, I really wish I could get rid of them because I got deep into CW. So I have like one that represents each series. Like I have Arrow and Deathstroke, which those 2 are still cool, and then I have Flash and Captain Cold, which like.
I like Captain Cold.
Yeah, I do too.
Not from that show, but.
Yeah. And then I have then for like Legends of Tomorrow, I have Firestorm and the Atom, and I was like, I really don't need those.
Isn't it crazy how fast those fell off?
Yeah, a cliff. Like
it was like one season and then the next.
Yeah.
Boom.
You know, maybe don't make 12 of them.
That is, yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of I hated Legends of Tomorrow. By
yeah, I tried to like it.
Yeah, me too.
I tried to
but
like it.
It was too much to keep track of.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing. The fact that you have to watch this show and then this show and then this show like in that order, binging must be. I can't imagine someone on Netflix trying to watch all the series. You literally have to have a guide because it'll be like
that's true.
Crisis is episode 1, season 4 of Flash, episode 13, but then Crisis Part 2 is season 6 of Arrow, episode 18, but. At part 3 is Supergirl season 2 episode 11 or something.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that was too much, man.
It's hard to like keep up like how it's supposed to work.
Let's blame Disney.
Disney has literally nothing to do.
No hand in that.
Why do you dislike Disney?
So much? I love Disney.
Oh, okay.
You know it's crazy. The Flash is still going.
What?
That is
what?
That is news. That's literally news to me.
You guys didn't know that?
What? I thought
still
it stopped.
going. No, it's still going.
It's not over.
This is like me finding out there was a season 3 of Jessica Jones.
It's like Dan finding out there's a season 3 of Daredevil.
No, honestly, I thought I had
Best
watched
surprise ever,
it.
right?
I was so happy. That was the best television I've watched.
You just got a new season of Daredevil.
I
Wow.
really did.
Everybody's been mourning for years.
And again, it's because I didn't finish Defenders, so I guess I was like, whatever.
This must have been the 3rd season of Daredevil.
Yeah. Wow.
Your brain probably thought that the Defenders arc was the 3rd season of Daredevil.
Yeah, I really think so. And then I just wow.
Okay.
And then I started season 3. I was like, I have never seen this before.
That's crazy.
Pleasant surprise. It was amazing. But yeah, Flash is on season 7.
Did not know. What's going on.
7.
There's
Wow.
like 10 speedsters now.
There's like 5 seasons of like Supergirl or something like that. It just finished.
I think it just ended.
Oh, speaking of which, now that it just ended, I read like an article where the writers on the show were like working on that show was horrible. There was no like show Bible. Like there was no like oh, this happened in the 3rd season or like character guides or anything. Like it was just like write an episode of Supergirl. Oh, but I don't know everything that's happened on Supergirl. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Kind of crazy because it was like villain of the week.
Yeah.
And it was just you can't do that for like more than 3 seasons of a superhero show.
Mm-hmm. You have to become like, what's the term for it? Like when you tell a story week to week.
Episodic?
Yeah. You have to
Yeah.
have episodic storytelling. You have to default to that.
Do you think anyone's going to listen to this episode?
We are.
Well, yeah. Gabe is.
We're literally making this episode
Shout out to Gabe.
for him. Yeah.
Hey, Gabe, when you listen to this, buy us some Chipotle.
Oh, Chipotle has new chorizo, vegan chorizo.
Does
Oh,
it
but no-
really?
but no-
Yeah, you haven't heard about this?
Can we go after this?
I'm down.
I'm down.
You
Okay.
wanted to go somewhere
Yeah.
cool.
Well, I ate, but I'm still down.
You ate like 4 hours ago, though, or something.
What time is it?
It's 7:00.
Yeah, I ate 3 hours ago.
Okay.
I can.
By the time we get the food and then we pull up to watch AW Dynamite.
Yeah.
It's a good way to end the day.
All right. Okay, then why don't we end it on that note?
Yeah, let's go get Chipotle.
Are you gonna do that thing you do?
Am I gonna do a?
I
conclusion
don't
for
think
this?
he needs to.
Yeah.
I want you to. I want to see how you.
At
Try-
the beginning of
try.
time.
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
impress us. Impress
Try
us.
try
Okay.
to pull this together somehow.
This is not scripted. It's all improvised.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is happening
Actually,
live, and I'm not gonna edit.
every episode we do is not
Pulling-
scripted. It's
Pulling the
improvised.
curtains. If you don't
No,
know.
but this is gonna be unedited.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
If you mess up, you mess up.
okay, I'm gonna mess up because it like literally makes
Pokemon Diet.
no. Oh, that's no one gets that except us.
No one gets that
What,
yet.
that episode hasn't even aired yet.
I know.
Even for someone to even think that they get that
It'll
reference.
make sense one day.
It still won't make
It's
sense.
still because you edited it.
You're right.
Okay. I feel like I was halfway starting to do it in the middle of this episode, and I was like, no, this show's about nothing.
Wait, when?
Like when I was like,
At the
even
be- at
when
the
things,
beginning.
No, I was like, even when things are about nothing, and I was like, well, what am I doing?
Oh yes, I did feel you. When it's
Ready to
transition
wrap
it.
up
I'm
20
wow, that
minutes
was
in?
quick.
Yeah. No, I
Wrapping it up.
I wasn't rapping. I just can't help but be like introspective and
Alright,
reflective.
before you wrap it up,
Okay.
let's give you some time to think.
What do you want?
I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna say what
Okay.
you said. Go.
What is one thing that you're excited about in 2022?
Man, I'm really excited about the future of this show, and I know it sounds like
You
I'm
said
only.
this show?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it sounds like I'm only saying that because I'm on the show right now. but I'm super excited about seeing where this goes.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's been fun, man.
Yeah. It's like I'm excited wherever it goes, even if like we don't get any more listeners, we thank everyone who has listened so far. Even if we don't get any more like financial backers, we thank everyone who's
Absolutely.
donated
Thanks,
a few
Mom.
bucks here and there. Just to go back and like this was a chapter in our lives, and like
Yeah.
if I ever have kids, be like, hey, this was who your father was like for a year. I think we're gonna go like at least a year.
No, we're gonna go far.
Yeah.
Wow, let's go for 5.
Yeah, I was thinking 5, man.
Remember what I said. I make
What
like
is it?
small goals because I'm like, oh, we're gonna get to 25 episodes.
6 seasons
then we're
in a
gonna get-
movie.
6 seasons.
Then we're gonna
Oh,
get
we-
to 50. Then we're gonna get to
finally
100.
gonna get viewers.
Yeah, 6 seasons in a movie.
So sometimes when we go through life,
Wait, I didn't say what I'm. Gonna
okay,
say.
You're not gonna be able to
wait.
start.
So what are you excited
this
about?
happened to us the other day too.
What are you excited
I was
about?
like, I'm gonna rap, and Link was like, whoa, I have questions.
Hey, he's not done.
Yeah.
What
go
are you
ahead.
excited about?
I mean, I feel like I was gonna piggyback on that and just the show in general. But let's see if I have to pick something else.
I'll pick something specific too, like to my life, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go next because
So you volunteered it, but then was like, oh, I don't know what that is though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm super excited for the show too, especially with a lot of the ideas we're looking to implement that we got to do none of over this break. Dare I say it? Dare I say that I'm excited for getting out of this pandemic? I know scientists are saying like 24 before we're endemic. And
I think
becomes like the
you're
flu.
optimistic, but I think it's a refreshing optimism.
Okay, yeah, and that's what I try to be on the show, and I try to be in my life. You know, my reading list. I'm excited about my reading list too.
I'm excited to read Dune.
I'm reading like 8 books right now.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's hardcore, man.
Yeah, that is hardcore.
So basically, what I'm doing is I'm doing a cleanup list where like I have a bunch of books that I started and didn't finish, so I'm reading them simultaneously. So they're gonna start knocking down this month, and then I'll get back into a pattern of like the ones I want to tackle. But I'm cleaning like my pending list, so they're going faster. Like I have a book that I promised a freshman that I would read, and they're a senior now.
Oh wow.
So it's like 8 hours, and I'm now 3 hours into it. So you know, I'm also doing like books of poetry and those 1 hour histories that you told me about. So I can get through like some quick ones while I'm working on those like 25-hour books and 32-hour books. So I'm really excited about that. You know, and I'm doing like a couple of study plans and a couple of like book club type stuff with you guys and some other people. So exchanging ideas.
Oh yes, are we gonna read Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I'm down for Lord of the Rings. Yeah, let me get through January if it's okay.
I want to finish the trilogy though. We never finished.
No. Yeah, we're gonna jump right into the trilogy.
No.
What do you mean?
The show, the movie.
Oh, okay.
We
we'll
started-
finish the
Oh,
movies.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Dan, you're gonna have to watch these on your own.
That's fine.
Yeah, we could call you in too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll have a podcast.
A
What do you-
Patreon episode.
Ooh.
I'm excited about. I recently got my own account of Funimation.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get those credentials. Slide him over.
I will, but don't give them to your brother because he's gonna.
No,
ruin
no,
it.
he uses.
I know. That's
Okay,
why.
all right.
He's a mess when it.
But you just said it on the episode, by the way. So if you ever
I don't
listens
even
to this,
listen.
okay.
He's a mess with his.
He just watches a lot of
A lot of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, Link gets irrationally angry that he co-pays this service with my brother, and he's mad that my brother watches anime. Like that's what he's.
No, you know what? I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at the service for not having profiles.
right?
Yeah.
Like what kind of streaming
That
service
is
doesn't have
true.
You need to
profiles?
have-
We're
Anyways.
past that.
Yeah.
So I've been watching Death Note.
Ooh.
I had no idea what that was about.
It's about a note of people die,
Right? But
Yeah.
it's much more than that.
That
It's
is
more
a
like
top
I feel
5
like
anime, man.
I feel like I'm
Really.
Yeah.
It's
on
one
my
of my
top-
top 5 movies.
I
I'm
Be
just
quiet,
kidding.
bro.
I've never
Don't
seen
even
it.
say
feel like I'm watching like
I'm about to attack you.
I feel like I'm watching like a Sherlock Holmes thing. Like
Yeah.
Dude, it's super
it's
like
really detective
anal-
work.
yeah.
and
It's
not-
short, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
30
37.
episodes.
Yeah, 37.
Okay.
You know how I love detective work and stuff with journalism. You see that here.
That is-
I'm really
yeah.
enjoying that, and I'm excited for how it finishes and for my Funimation account.
Gabe, this is your sign to watch it because I've been trying to get it to watch it since he started watching.
Here's my
Naruto.
problem though. I'm gonna get on Funimation, and I'm just gonna watch Dragon Ball. I'm sorry.
You can't, because it's on my queue, and I don't want you to mess that up.
All right, then I guess you better not give me the credentials. That's not the first thing.
I'm pretty sure you know what my credentials are.
Oh,
it's
that's
the
a good
same
point.
password and username. for
Don't say
everything.
that on the show.
Yeah, go
like-
ahead and tell me those
Yeah.
credentials right now. On
Yeah,
here.
actually, I'll write it down. Just tell me them right now.
Yeah, just I'll edit it out. I swear.
Yeah. 8,000 devices activated.
36 devices. Let's
one
be
lucky,
realistic.
one lucky viewer.
Oh, that reminds me. Did anyone here try to create an NVIDIA GeoForce account with the show?
I did.
Okay, thank God. Because I was like, are we hacked?
No, man, because I opened up Illustrator and it was like, yo, you don't have a graphics what's the word for that?
Graphics card?
Yeah.
No.
No?
The
A
program-
GPU?
No, I
That's-
can't remember it now.
Just throwing out
Yeah, just
terminology
words.
that I learned.
Driver. You don't have a
TurboGrafx 16.
You don't have a driver, and I was like, oh crap.
Okay.
So I had to download the GeForce.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Oops.
No, not oops. Just.
Because I also erased this laptop like 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
a
another,
whole
that's a
side
whole
story.
other thing. Yeah.
All right, Danny, what are you excited about?
I'm actually excited about going back to school, man.
Boo.
That's a weird thing.
Boo.
To say. That's a lame. You know what? I'm a
We don't want you to
loser.
leave.
Oh, that's why. I was like, he hates education.
No,
What?
I want you to become a professional. I just don't
Yeah.
want you to leave.
Yeah, I mean, again. Yeah, I don't want to leave either, but
If only the school could be here, but
in Miami.
at least I'm not a plane flight away. I'm just a
yeah,
drive
that's
away.
true. It's just a
It was
drive
flight,
away.
yeah, 4 hour flight.
But I am excited to go back.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to that show, that we talked about in Orlando, because
Why?
things got to get better, like the numbers.
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff.
See, that's fair. When is that?
It's in April. Yeah, beginning of April, first week of April.
Are you talking about AW?
Yeah, the Revolution
Revolution
pay-per-view.
pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
So
Maybe-
I haven't bought the ticket, so I'm still watching them,
But
and
let
I
me know
might
if you
decide.
do.
Yeah, closer to the date, but
Maybe we can go with our fans.
Yeah, all right, fans.
All
We're
right,
gonna
fans,
be
we're gonna watch
at
some
AEW.
wrestling.
our viewers,
Our
Viewers.
viewers.
all
10 of them, 12 of them.
all 50 of you guys that listen to the wrestling episode, the sports entertainment.
One lucky viewer gets to come along with us.
To the 12 of you that listen, I want to personally
There's definitely more than 12, but
thank every one
Well,
of you.
at least 30, bro. At least 30.
I want to thank my mom for supporting us.
Does she
there's
actually listen
dozens.
to
I
the
like
show?
to use the
She feeds me,
descript
so
term,
she supports the podcast by feeding me.
that doesn't help the show.
Indirectly, it does.
Yeah.
That's true, because
Gives
if you
me
were
the
fatigued,
Imagine if he was hungry.
yeah,
My mom just came back from Colombia,
he'd be even angrier.
Yeah.
and I forgot how good her cooking was.
Oh.
2 weeks by myself, I'm like, oh, I thought I was a good cook.
Okay, so I made like ground beef and Mexican rice.
Oh, you know what? We don't have to go to Chipotle anymore.
No, we do, because we're done with it. I ate it all.
Oh, okay, never
but
mind.
but I made it for like 30 people, right? So I've been eating nothing but, and then my family came over and like barely ate for New Year's.
Yeah, what was that, man?
Yeah. So like I've been eating it nonstop for every meal for like a week, right? With that being said, I was like, I'm so sick of this. I don't want, but I get emails from Moe's, Tijuana Flats, and Chipotle, and I still get hungry. And I'm like, it's the same thing. I have
Yeah.
that. Mine is just as good. Marketing, man. Just avoid.
They get you.
Yeah.
They
I'll-
get you, man.
You know what? One of my things is for this year.
They get a sponsor.
Oh, that would
yeah.
be nice.
Like Chipotle, Pollo Tropical,
I think you're aiming high. but
AMC. Who else?
I mean,
I don't know why that is to say A and W, like the
AMC.
root beer.
Who else? Who else do we talk? Do we drop a lot?
I would love
Zendaya.
a food.
Zendaya?
I don't. Okay. Zendaya,
Yeah,
I
what?
guess.
She's just out of her pocket, just gonna be like, "Hey, you talk about me sometimes."
Yeah.
No, I would love to get any sponsor.
yeah.
But-
That's not what I was gonna say.
But
though.
preferably you, Zendaya.
I feel like we're gonna get Manscaped. I feel like everyone gets Manscaped.
Oh, the is
The
that
trimmers.
the trim-
Oh, I thought like
I want-
someone was gonna trim us.
yeah,
yeah.
like,
I was like, I feel like this is the year where we all get manscaped.
Oh, I hope we get Blue Chew.
No,
no,
no.
no.
That's
I
not-
mean, unless they're willing
yeah.
to
I mean, yeah. I was like, I haven't tried it, but it sounds good. You know, I hear good things. That's not what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say is what I'm gonna do this year is I'm gonna unsubscribe to all the food emails that I
Ooh,
get.
That's a good idea.
Because like you guys talked about like how I'm always getting promotions and coupon, like I always know how to get cheap stuff. No, you know what? I'm not gonna eat out, and I'm not gonna be tempted by all the emails because I really fall into it. Like, ooh, buy one get one
Wait,
free.
so we're not going to Chipotle after this?
No, we
is
are
the-
doing
Oh,
that. Yeah,
okay,
it's,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
it starts after.
It is after.
Yeah, I gotta take that vegan chorizo because I'm going back to being
Yeah, yeah.
vegetarian. So
All right, finish it
yeah,
off.
you've had time to think.
but I said I wasn't gonna think.
Go
and I
ahead.
didn't.
Take us home.
Impress us. Impress
Take
our
us
viewers.
home.
Okay, see now we're making it like this weird awkward thing now, and okay. Anyways, sometimes life can be aimless. You feel like there's nothing going on. It has no meaning or purpose. But the reality is that our story keeps getting told, even in the minutia of it. Everything that we experience, as nonsensical or ridiculous or pointless as it may seem, goes into who we are. And that shapes our decisions. Everything matters. And every step along the journey, every shot on the screen, every word on the page carries significance. And this year, full of new beginnings, as we forge through the same life we've always lived, every day is an opportunity to write a new chapter and to stop and pay attention to all the little background details that we see day to day and really explore where we're headed. So take this opportunity and do that this new year, 22, as we embark on this journey along with you guys.
our listeners. Because even when it's about nothing, everything is important. We hope you guys have a great 22. Take care. And until next week, keep on searching.
You never
He
miss.
doesn't miss, bro.
We didn't talk about Tenet.